43% of Scottish pupils are categorised as ASN. That's according to the latest figures that were released last week. That's up 2.5% from the previous year. Well, the EIS, Scotland's biggest teaching union, says the pressure of teaching these pupils is making its members ill. Anne Keenan is EIS Assistant Secretary for Education and Equality and can tell us more. So, Anne, 43%, that will include a wide range of need, won't it? But generally, how does the impact of that, of almost 1 in 2 children having an additional need, how does that impact on teaching?
Good morning, Laura. And yes, I mean, the briefing paper which we published yesterday was on the back of our all-member survey, and it really highlighted the true scale and impact of the growing additional needs challenge which is facing Scotland's schools and teachers. As you've indicated, since 2007, we've seen a 7-fold increase in the number of children with additional support needs. So in a typical class of 33, that's more than 14 children and young people on average with an additional support need. And I think the issue that are facing our members is that there is only one teacher in the classroom normally who can try to reach those diverse range of needs. And I think, as you know, the clip that you just played there highlighted, you know, it's appropriate. Education is a human right. We very much support inclusive education, and we want to ensure that the barriers which children and young people are experiencing education are addressed and are removed so that we can help them to achieve their potential. But what we're seeing is that the increased level of need is certainly not being met with a commensurate investment in education. So we've now got fewer teachers, we've got fewer specialists, fewer ESN, 20% fewer ESN teachers in our schools, and that's having a direct impact on teachers, on their health and well-being, and on pupils in schools as well.
So are you seeing any difference with the number of specialist staff, given now that being inclusive has meant more children with an additional need being in mainstream? But are you saying that you're not seeing that specialist staff to back up that help that teachers need and pupils need in the classroom?
No, I mean, since 2010, we now have 20% fewer ESN teachers in our schools. Despite that exponential rise in need, we've also got fewer specialist pupil support workers, and we all know that access to specialist support services such as speech and language therapists, educational psychologists, is very difficult. Our member survey highlighted that members, teachers in our schools are continually having to support children while they're languishing on waiting lists to try and access specialist services for mental health provision. And it's the teachers that are supporting that on an ongoing basis. So rather than seeing that investment to support the increase in need, we're actually seeing that there has been the impact of austerity is impacting negatively on the support that's available in schools. And even if we look at teacher numbers, in 2021, the Scottish Government pledged as part of a manifesto commitment to increase teacher numbers by 3,500. And that was so that they could provide additional non-contact time to allow teachers to prepare more readily for to support children with additional support needs. But in reality, we now have 850 fewer teachers than we did when that promise was made.
And are they trained to deal with people's additional support needs? Are they, does the training also need to be looked at?
Well, I mean, I think training is an ongoing is something that is ongoing for teachers as part of their professional development. We would like to see greater investment in professional learning, because what we're hearing from our members is that they are not being supported with the dedicated time to access professional learning, and thereafter to take that back into their setting to reflect on the impact it can have for the children and young people in their setting, to engage with colleagues, collaborate about how they could put that professional learning into place. So professional learning has a key role in this, and we need to see investment so that teachers can have the time to really engage in that.